Liz, we're live in Dubai, finally.
Good morning, Brian. How are you?
Very good after that lovely breakfast with the stars.
Yes, we've had a delightful breakfast upstairs, watched some world quality horses work on the track, and been a great morning.
And we caught up with Lucie Botti too, so she's going to tell us a little bit about some of our horses later on, in particular Dandino.
Yes, we've got some information, so stay tuned. We've got some great updates from Lucie from inside the stable.
So I guess we should start off with our runners last week, headlined by the Mighty Mare Platelet.
Yes, magnificent run back from a spell at Moonee Valley. Sorry to everybody that I tipped to not back it. Thought it was a bit short for her. She won quite convincingly, so I hope you just ignored my tip.
Yeah, well, Darren doesn't give very good tips anyway, Liz, so at least a lot of the time yours wins. So at least a lot of the owners are happy when you tip, because at least you're going to get a return most of the time, unlike Darren.
Righto, now what other runners did we have? We had Chloe Anna.
Yeah, good return for Chloe Anna. She hit the line very strongly, I thought, first up, and entitled to probably give up the ghost a little bit in the straight, but she fought on pretty well, I thought, and she's in for a pretty good prep.
Yeah, great run. We were very pleased with Chloe Anna.
And the Basso we had earlier in the week, he was a certainty beaten, even the trainer will tell you that.
Something beaten for sure. So hang in there, everybody, because there are certainly some very good wins in store for that horse.
And we also had our Romeo up on Saturday in Darwin. Ran third, probably looked disappointing on face value, but just talking to Phil Britton here, and he said the horse got smashed about 2 or 3 times early in the race, so you can probably say it's pretty good running in the circumstances.
Yes, apparently one of the other jockeys lost his irons and caused all sorts of problems, so maybe we've got some excuses there.
Yeah, well, it's his first run for a few weeks, it's certainly going to do him well. And he started off pretty well up in Darwin, so I think Jason, then getting back to the form he showed last year, he'll be hopefully being a bit more competitive.
Brian, we're cruising around Dubai today and found ourselves at the Souk Al Bahar.
Well, yeah, we got away from Monday. We just felt like a bit of a relax after all the excitement this morning, and very picturesque scenery here, isn't it?
Yes, a bit of cultural stuff happening here, a bit of an experience, a bit of shopping to do, I think, as well.
I think so. It's really a place you can't really bring Darren, can you? Because you can't really put Darren and culture in the same sentence.
In the same sentence, no, that's right.
That's why we've got you here, to raise the level a little bit. Yeah, you caught up with Lucie Botti this morning, Liz, to talk about what's happening in Dubai today on the weekend. So let's see what happened.
Here at Meydan Racecourse, and I found my good friend Lucie Botti, who is here with Man Ethos. How do you think you're going to go, Lucie?
Listen, he's a new customer to us. He is very well. He's happy. He ran an exceptional race, first time out for us in Super Saturday in the city of Gold in Jakarta last year. So it was a little bit of deja vu. So we're hoping he's going to run a good race, but obviously it's very competitive. He's running against Group 1 winners, but we are very excited.
And Brian, you also had a word with Lucie about Dandino. Let's hear her thoughts.
Right, I'm over here in Meydan Racecourse with the lovely Lucie Botti, who's the wife of trainer Marco Botti, and I wanted to find out how Dandino's going.
He's well. He is in light work, and we are happy with him so far. Obviously, the big game is coming back again to Melbourne, and hopefully we can do bits and pieces exciting as last year, which is Ascot and maybe Arlington.
I lovely. Look, being a part owner of Dandino was a great ride last year, and only one who didn't get to was Arlington. So, do you reckon he'll make it over there this year? Or?
We very much hope so. Obviously, it all depends if we can get him fit for Royal Ascot and how he goes there. But yeah, I would pretty much say that would be in planning him.
Excellent. Now, is there a slight chance for Singapore, or probably not?
It all depends how he goes in the next 2 weeks, I say.
Lovely. That's good to hear. Well, thanks for your time, Lucie. It's been a pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you.
Okay, upcoming runners this week. Bear with us because we are having a little bit of trouble with our internet connection, so if we're missing any, we'll catch them up to you later. So, Terang on Friday, we have Edge of War going around, Brian.
Yeah, just had a quick look at the field, and he should be a good chance, I think, Liz. He's a good run last start, and he's a pretty good horse, talented horse.
Okay, then we move on to Saturday. We've got Shiny Buttons in a $100,000 race at the Valley.
Yeah, we've got horse Shiny Buttons, and he raised the level last time in, and his first up run wasn't too bad as well. And another horse who I think wants to get a few runs in. I think Weary's on a bit of a roll, isn't he? If Weary takes a run into town, you've got to show some respect. Yeah.
You certainly do. Also on Saturday we've got El Galgo going around at Werribee.
Another nice horse and looks well placed here. I've only had, as I say, a quick look at the field. Looks well placed, and he should go okay. Should go okay.
Yeah, I think it's a horse that we've had to take time with. You need a bit of patience with him. Not an early goer by any means. So I think he's worth persevering with at this stage.
Unfortunately, we're not doctors, so doctors need patience. We need winners.
That's a terrible joke, Brian.
It's not good, but it's all we got at the moment.
We're struggling on the funny side of things.
Over here in Dubai for the World Cup 2014, I've caught up with one of ATB's biggest owners, Mr. Phil Britton from Kununurra in Australia. How you going, Phil?
Good mate, how are you?
Pretty good. Look, you're over here to see Seismos. You've had a pretty good run with the international horses with ATB. What's been the highlight?
Oh, look, I'd have to say Jackal Barry running third in the Melbourne Cup. Hotly pursued by Dandino second last year. What a huge run.
It was a huge run. I was there with you on the day with Dandino. And great run in the Melbourne Cup as well.
Wasn't a bad run, was it?
And I was with you over a couple of years ago with Jacoby was over at Ascot as well. It was a big day.
That's correct. It's pretty hard getting home though.
It was. Good thing about ATB branching out internationally, that gives everybody the opportunity to go overseas and see the horses racing.
Good way to see the world, isn't it?
It is. Well, you actually see the world and your horses. And locally, you're also involved in Platelet and their little sister Intravenous.
Done real well.
You've had a great run with them as well. So, hey, Phil, now you've had a lot of horses with ATB, a lot of success. Which horse has been your favourite?
Well, there's been a few, Brian. There has been a few, but look, I think the day that Arrive won at Geelong, and I went galloping up the straight there, kicking it home, I reckon that was a huge one.
Well, I suppose I think people out there probably wouldn't be expecting that, but that's what racing's about. It's not about the highs and lows, it's about what happens when your horse wins, isn't it?
Well, it is, and being on track, watching them live, I think makes a difference, you know. And that was huge.
Hey, look, people are going to ask me, and I have to ask you now, the big question: why ATB?
Well, mainly the people, and Liz and Darren who got us into it. They've got a lot to answer for.
a lot of bills you had to pay for.
Lots of bills. Lots of bills. That's probably why we travel around the world, you know, with them, just so we can cash in on all the currencies to pay for it.
Exactly. Well, good thing about Darren and Liz, at least they do race with you, don't they? So it's one in, all in.
They do. We haven't seen Darren this trip, though.
Well, look, as we explained earlier, like Dubai, it's a city of culture. It's probably not somewhere where Darren fits in that role, but Liz does, and that's why she's here.
That's right. Dubai a lot here. And hope we don't go to Singapore.
If he was here, we'd probably have a share in another horse, wouldn't we? So it's good he's home.
Yeah, well, that's good. Leave him there.
Okay, thanks, Phil, for your time.
All right, thanks, Brian.
Why ATB? Why not?